Parikshit. Why is he searching for Krishna? Anybody knows?
He saved him in the womb.
Yeah, very nice. Because Parikshit, in the womb, he saw Krishna. Krishna saved him. Actually, Ashwatthama's Brahmastra had burned the embryo totally. But Krishna made a new embryo. And he neutralized the Brahmastra. So, from his mother's womb, he is searching for Krishna because he saw Krishna in the mother's womb. So when he came out, he was searching whole life. And then when he met his Guru, he found Krishna. He could see Krishna by transcendental sound vibration of the Bhagavatam. So he became fully conquered over death. So the Bhagavad Mahatmya Katha goes on. In Naimisharanya, Sutta Goswami and Saunak Rishi, they asked, please describe to us in the Bhagavatam, 1,000 sages they gathered in Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya is considered to be the center of the universe, Brahmanda Kendra. This is the divine forest of Naimisharanya. It is still there. It's a place in Uttar Pradesh. It is considered the hub of the whole universe, center. The whole universe is like a wheel. So these sages, they assembled in Naimisharanya because they thought that whatever spiritual activities we will do in Naimisharanya, that will benefit the whole universe. Whatever you do in the center will go everywhere. So they assembled in Naimisharanya and they were thinking, what should we do? Should we do yajna, or should we do dhyana, or should we do yoga, or what we should do to benefit all the souls? Then they understood that the only auspicious thing in Kali Yuga which will benefit all the souls is Munayo Sadhu Prishtoham.
Munayo Sadhu Prishtoham
Bhavad Bhira Loka Mangalam
Bhavad Bhira Loka Mangalam
Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno
Yat Krita Krishna Samprashno
Yenatma Suprasiddhati.
Yenatma Suprasiddhati.
The only thing which will please and the whole humanity is to ask questions about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yat Krita Krishna Samprashna. Now if you want to ask questions, you need some qualified person to reply also. So they were searching who is qualified. Then fortunately the great Sutta Goswami came. He had heard Bhagavatam in this assembly when Narada, Vyasa, everybody was sitting from Shukadeva. Sutta Goswami also was sitting there. He is a direct disciple of Shukadeva Goswami. So Sutta Goswami heard from Shukadeva, and then Sutta Goswami is coming there in Naimisharanya, and the Saunak Rishi, the head of all the 1,000 sages, he got up and he offered his pranam to Sutta Goswami. He said, my dear Sutta Goswami, you are learned in all the 6 systems of philosophy because you have directly heard from your own Guru, Shukadeva Goswami. So please present to us the essence of all the Vedic scriptures. Very, very quickly, in 7 days. Sutta Goswami was very happy. He says, you have asked me the right question. Because of that, I will glorify Bhagavatam and describe to you Bhagavatam. Long time back, after Lord Krishna disappeared 5,000 years ago from this planet, he took with him bhakti, he took with him jnana, he took with him dharma, with everything he disappeared. So after he disappeared, Kali Yuga came very strongly, and because of that, Bhakti Devi became very, very morose, because nobody was doing bhakti. Everybody gave up bhakti. Everybody took up the 4 activities of meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex, and gambling. This 4 papa, they're spreading everywhere in the planet Earth. So Prithvi was crying. And Bhakti was able to maintain. Bhakti went to Vrindavan, Bhakti Devi, and somehow she was able to maintain living. But her two sons, they are already fainted. Who are the two sons of Bhakti? Jnanam and Vairagya. Jnana and Vairagya are the two sons of Bhakti. Means wherever Bhakti is there, Jnana, knowledge is automatically there. And Vairagya is also automatically there. But they too automatically fainted because they did not have enough strength to really withstand the onslaught of Kali Yuga. So they already had fainted, and Bhakti was somehow being fanned by thousands of dasis. They were fanning Bhakti, just keeping her alive. And at that time, Narada Muni, seeing Kali Yuga passing, he was traveling, and there he saw this beautiful maiden, Bhakti Devi, sitting, and all the maidens were fanning her, trying to keep her in consciousness. And she was very morose, sad, she was crying. So Narada Muni folded his hands and said, "My dear Bhakti Devi, why are you crying? Who are you?" First of all, Narada wanted to ask for the benefit of the world, "Who are you and why are you crying? Why are you so morose? And who are these two people? They are looking old. They are already fainted, unconscious. Please tell me." Bhakti Devi said, "Narada, you have come at the right time because you are the pure devotee of Lord Krishna. Only you can save me at this time. I will tell you my unfortunate situation." We actually don't have time. It's a very, very long. The Bhagavad Mahatmya itself may take 7 days. So I will just make the Mahatmya short. So Bhakti Devi, she said that this very, very abominable Kali Yuga has come, and every home there is vices and sins, and I am not able to, nobody has time for me, nobody has time to perform devotion to the Lord. So I am starving, I am suffocating in this condition. What I should do? So who are these two? They are my sons, Jnana and Vairagya. They are already fainted because everybody is in Ajnana. And what to speak of Vairagya? Nobody has even a desire to have any kind of Vairagya. So my dear Narada, please help us. So at that time Narada said, "What can I do for you?" He says, "Please find out some solution, how my sons can become back to life, and how I can be nourished in Kali Yuga." So Narada said, surely I will help you. So Narada took his veena and he went all over the universe searching for the solution, how to rejuvenate Bhakti Devi in Kali Yuga. So he was searching and searching and searching, taking the veena. Ultimately he came to Badrinath, which is known as Vishal Dham, the place of Nar Narayan. Lord Nar Narayan is always worshipped there. And beyond that he went into the Himalayas. There suddenly Narada Muni saw the 4 beautiful child devotees of the Lord. They are the Sanat Kumaras, Sanat, Sanatan and Sanandan. So the 4 of them, they were sitting there, and Narada Muni requested them, "Please, I cannot find a solution, please tell me." So 4 of them, they smiled very beautifully and they said, "Don't worry, there is only one solution to rejuvenate Bhakti, Jnana and Vairagya in Kali Yuga, and that is Bhagavad Saptah Mahayagya. Shrimad Bhagavat Saptaham ki jai." So Narada Muni said, "Then how do we do it? Please tell me. You are told the solution, you have to also practically implement it. So please, can you become the first speaker of the Bhagavatam Saptaha?" Said, "Yes." Sanat Kumara said, we will come, because we know Lord Krishna, Lord Hari will also come. So please organize the first Bhagavad Saptah in Haridwar, the bank of the Ganga, and we will recite Bhagavatam. And then Narada tries to organize the first Saptaha. Meanwhile, it is described how much the glories of this Bhagavad Saptah is, that there was one very very great devotee Brahmana. His name was Gokarna. Gokarna because his ears were of the cow, shape of the cow. That's a long story how he was born. He was born in a cow shed. We don't have time for that. But Gokarna, he was a great devotee, but he had a brother who was very sinful, very very sinful. So Gokarna left home. He was traveling all over in the earth, visiting all the holy places of pilgrimage. But his brother, his name was Dundubi. This Dundubi was so sinful that terribly, he would kill a few people every day. He would rob people's homes. He would molest people. He would cheat everyone. He used to bring all very, very beautiful prostitutes in his home, and he would enjoy with them, and he would accumulate wealth to satisfy them. And there was no sin which Dundubi had not committed in this world. So much. So Gokarna tried to help him, but Dundubi was not listening only. But ultimately what happened is Dundubi collected so much wealth by cheating and robbing, and he brought in his home. All the prostitutes, they got worried, if the police will come, then we will all get caught with this Dundubi. So the prostitutes said, let us put an end to Dundubi and take the wealth and go away. So when Dundubi was sleeping in the night, they put a wooden big stick and they put it on fire and they put it in the face of Dundubi. Because he has committed so much sins, he had to die very very painful death. And he was crying and shouting, and don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. But he died. Because when he died like that, and he had so many incomplete desires, he wanted to enjoy more with the prostitutes, with more money, more robbing. So immediately when he left, the soul left the body, he became a ghost. Very deadly ghost. Very very deadly. Nobody has seen that kind of ghost. He became such a ghost that nobody could deliver him. The Gokarna came back hearing the death of his brother, and Gokarna tried to relieve him from the ghost body by doing so many things. He did yagyas, he went to Gaya and he gave oblations, and he gave brahmanas, giving prasada, and so many different things he did. But the Dundubi was not getting liberated from the ghost body. He would come to meet his brother, save me brother, save me, I can't do anything, I am haunted. A ghost body is very painful because one cannot eat, one cannot sleep. One has to just roam and roam. That's why the ghost enters the body of sometimes other people, because they cannot eat, they cannot sleep. Very painful species. So Dundubi was even getting more pain because of his sins. So ultimately Gokarna was going everywhere, and then Gokarna came to know the solution. The only way to deliver your brother is to do Bhagavad Saptah. So Gokarna conducted the Bhagavad Saptah again in Haridwar. This was later. And but everybody said, but how this ghost will come to hear Bhagavatam? Unless he hears Bhagavatam, he cannot be delivered from the ghost body. So Dundubi said, okay, let us put a bamboo, hollow bamboo, bamboo rod. Let us put that, because the ghost can enter into that hollow part of the bamboo and he can sit there. That will be his asana for Dundubi. So they put a bamboo rod, and fortunately that bamboo rod had 7 joints. 7 joints. So Dundubi was lucky enough to come there to hear Bhagavatam 7 days, and then he entered into the joints. And when Gokarna was speaking the Bhagavatam, the first day when the Bhagavatam was over, boom! There was a big sound. And everybody looking, where is that? And they saw the first joint of that bamboo has broken. These sinful actions of this ghost were so heavy that the first gross sinful actions were destroyed or by hearing the Bhagavatam for the first day. And then second day, the ghost is actually the most qualified person to, because he doesn't need to sleep, doesn't need to eat, so he doesn't need to take a break. He can hear constant, non-stop Bhagavatam. So next day again Gokarna started Bhagavatam and spoke the beautiful glories of Lord Brahma creating the universe in the second and the third cantos, and then boom, the second joint broke. The third day, fourth day, every day one joint was breaking, and Gokarna was very happy. There is no other way of salvation in Kali Yuga except Bhagavad Saptah. So, and then seventh day, sixth day, Lord Krishna's pastime, seventh day, the 11th and the 12th cantos were spoken, and then ultimately the last joint was very strong, because that is the identification known as Ahankar. The false ego connection with the body and the soul connection is false ego, Ahankar. So that got to be broken by Bhagavatam. So ultimately Gokarna even recited with more enthusiasm, more bhakti. He wanted to deliver his brother's Atma forever. Not only from ghost body, he wanted to deliver him from human body also. He wanted to send him to directly Goloka in the spiritual world. Golok, he doesn't want any Janma Karma again. So he spoke with so much enthusiasm that the end of the Bhagavad Katha, just when he said Shrimad Bhagavatam Grantha Raj Ki Jai, at that time, for the seventh time, the very strong blast came. Boom! And the seventh joint was broken, but this time not only the joint was broken, but a very astonishing scene happened. There was a big sound from the sky, and a very huge aeroplane came. Divine aeroplane flying in the sky, which is a beautiful golden simhasan in the center, and all the siddhas and the rishis are sitting in that plane, and they were singing the songs, but the asan was empty. So everybody was looking what will happen. This landed, and to everyone's surprise, this Dundubi directly from the ghost body, he got the body of Vishnu, like Vishnu Duta, 4 hands, Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma, 4 hands. He did not become Vishnu, he became a devotee of Vishnu. Nobody can become Vishnu. So he became, and he directly came and sit on that asana. And everyone, they started fanning him. Imagine, just few minutes before he was Bhuta. Nobody was wanting to look at him. But now by hearing Bhagavad Saptah, he became Vishnu Duta. And the aeroplane. So this Gokarna became very sad. Gokarna said, "Oh, I am the reciter. And I delivered him. And it has come and gone. Not even care to ask me whether I want to come to Goloka. Obviously I want to come." And all the other Kathakas said, the listeners said, "We heard with so much devotion. He was a ghost, but we also heard, what about us?" They were all sitting with their hands on their heads. They did not know what to do. Then Akashvani from the sky, Lord Krishna spoke, "My dear Gokarna, don't worry. I did not take you this time because you have another mission." So what is the mission, my dear Lord? "You have to do another bigger Bhagavad Saptah. And this time you should invite thousands and thousands and thousands. And at the end of this Saptaham, I will come with a very big aeroplane, which will accommodate unlimited amount of people. There is no population explosion in Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha is unlimited. This material creation is only 1/4 the spiritual creation. So even this is unlimited. unlimited. I mean, so many universes are there. So one can imagine Vaikuntha, everyone, there is space for everyone. So Gokarna did the second Saptaham, and after that they all went back to God. And on the other hand, this Bhagavad Saptaham by the Sanat Kumaras in Haridwar, that was also being conducted. And on the first day when the Sanat Kumaras ended the Katha, everybody was surprised beautifully. One young beautiful woman came and she was surrounded by two young men and they started dancing. And actually that was Bhakti Devi and her two sons Gyan and Vairagya. On the first day of the Katha only she became young. And Gyan and Vairagya became rejuvenated. They were so happy. And at the end of the Katha on the first day, Lord Bhagwan, Lord Vishnu, he is seated on the Garuda. When the Garuda is flapping the wings, that the Vedic mantras, the sound of the Vedic mantras comes from the flapping of the wings of Garuda. So Lord came with all the demigods, Brahma, Shiva, everybody was accompanying him and they were very happy. Lord Krishna asked for the benediction to Sanat Kumaras and Shukadeva, everybody was there. So they told the Lord, my dear Lord, we want only one benediction if you are really pleased. Please give us a Vardhan benediction that wherever Bhagavad Saptah, Bhagavad Katha is spoken with devotion and heard with devotion, you will personally come there. Lord said, that is a pleasure. Surely come. I will come not only alone, I will come with all my associates. So we may hear the sound of Garuda here. So please keep your ears open. So that is how there are also described the process of Bhagavad Saptah. It is a very long description. What is the qualification of the speaker? What is the qualification of the listener? What is the mood in which we should hear Bhagavatam for 7 days? The basic thing is there are many other rules and injunctions, but in Kali Yuga it's very difficult to follow all of them. But the basic injunction is that the speaker should speak Bhagavatam without any material desire, material motive, fully to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the listeners should be very serious in hearing Bhagavatam and Grinantas Svacheshtitam, trying to put it into practice in their life, trying to conquer this cycle of birth and death. So if that is there, then that is enough to successfully attain the culmination of the Bhagavad Saptah. So in that way, we heard this Mahatmya, short Mahatmya of Bhagavad Saptah. It is indeed very glorious. Lord Krishna is very pleased, and even the most sinful reactions, our actions in our past lives are destroyed by hearing Bhagavata for 7 days. 7 days are there required because our sins are so much that, Dundubi, 1 day is not enough. So, every day, day by day, we will start feeling more and more pure. We will start feeling more and more closer to Lord Krishna. So, we start the Pratham Skanda of Bhagavatam, where Sutta Goswami is describing Bhagavata to Parikshit Maharaj, to the Naimisharanya sages, and Shukadeva Goswami is describing to Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, very intelligent, he asked Shukadeva, after Krishna disappeared, who will save us now? I still remember Krishna, I saw him in the womb, but now I cannot find him. Who will save us? So this verse was spoken. Krishne Swadhamo Upagate Dharma Jnana Dibhi Saha कलौ नष्टदृशामेष पुराणार्को अधुनोदितः. That when Krishna left this world, Gyan and Dharma and Bhakti, still he was feeling for the conditioned souls of Kali Yuga who will come. So he left behind his pure Bhagavata, which is like the sun. Krishna, Purana Arka means the sun. So among all the Puranas, this Bhagavatam is like the sun. It has risen in Kali Yuga to destroy the dense darkness of the people of Kali Yuga. People are in darkness. Nowadays people want to remain in the place in darkness, right? People want to engage in dark activities. So they lost their vision. What is good, what is wrong. Nashtadrisham. They have become Nashtadrisham. This drishti is not only this eyes, but the drishti is spiritual drishti also. What is the goal of our life? Where we are going in life? That drishti is lost in Kali Yuga. So, how to give back that drishti? The only hope is Bhagavatam. By hearing Shrimad Bhagvatam, one understands that Nataye Swartha Gatim hi Vishnu. My real Gati, my real destination is actually Lord Krishna or Vishnu and His divine abode. So the lost vision is restored by Bhagavatam, and that is why Krishna took the avatar of Dvaipayana Vyasa. Actually, Vyasadeva is not an ordinary entity. He is the literary incarnation of God, partial incarnation, Shaktiavesh. He was born on an island, Parashar Muni and Satyavati. That is why he is known as Dvaipayana. Dvipa means island. And because he is blackish in color, he is known as Krishna. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. And Vyasa because he wrote the Vedas. So that is how Vedvyasa was empowered by Lord Krishna to start composing the Vedas and the Ityasas, the Vedanta Sutras, the Upanishads, and then the 18 Puranas. So the Vedvyasa, he was actually Trikaladarshi. Trikaladarshi is one who can see the future by the dint of one's intelligence, one's advancement. So he could see the downtrodden condition of the people of Kali Yuga. So he wanted to provide some solution before the Kali Yuga was getting more and more bad. So Vedvyasa, he sat down on the banks of Saraswati, river Saraswati. The river Saraswati is flowing, and he sat into deep meditation. But when he sat down, he felt a sense of deep dissatisfaction. He was not feeling satisfied within Santosha. Because even though he has written all the Vedas and then divided the Vedas into 4 parts, because he knew that single Veda will become very difficult for people to study. So he divided into Sama, Riga, Yajura and Atharva, 4 parts. And even after writing the Vedas, of dividing it into 4 parts, he again wrote the Vedanta Sutra. For those who don't have the time to study the Veda, he summarizing the Vedas. But even the Vedanta Sutra is our coded language. It is all the sutras in a condensed form, very difficult to understand for the brain of Kali Yuga, because one has to be very, very learned and Sanskrit scholar. So then he said, okay, let me compose the Upanishads. 108 Upanishads he composed. But even the Upanishads, out of 108, almost I think only some 18 or 20 Upanishads are remaining. All others have disappeared. Not present now. And even the Upanishads are so allegorical and indirect. And he has even only touched the impersonal form of God, the Brahma. He has described the Brahma so elaborately in the Upanishad.